I will like to detail some of the initiatives which railways have taken in the recent past. First of all, railways is ramping up the infrastructure and all the energy management routes are given special focus, and Ministry of Railways are approving projects on priority. There is a network management group at the Indian government level where all the projects are discussed threadbare and given priority while sanctioning. More wagons have been added in the fleet. Last year alone, we added 14,000 wagons in just 1 year. Railways are running crack trains, giving a lot of priority to the coal rakes, and we have been able to improve our turnaround from 3 days to 2 days. That is, from the loading to unloading to transportation and again making the same wagon available for the loading has been reduced from 3 days to 2 days. All our freight routes are being upgraded to CC plus 8 plus 2. That means more coal is being carried per rake. Railways are focusing on multi-tracking, third line, fourth line, these are being added. Recently, railways have released a very liberalized policy for Gati cargo terminals, and Gati cargo terminals are coming up very quickly. There is a potential for these terminals to be utilized for coal loading as well. I would like to take this opportunity to put forth some of the challenges being faced by the railways in this coal transportation business. The first and foremost is damages to our wagons. We have noticed that on an average 2% wagons are found unsuitable for loading because of mishandling during loading and unloading, especially where payloaders and JCBs are involved. Apart from the direct loss to the wagon damage, it involves a lot of shunting to segregate such damaged wagons after each cycle of loading or unloading. It's an Herculean task. And we have found that out of 30 hours, 30 to 30 hours, around 20 hours are spent on all sorts of shuntings which are required to segregate wagons which are not fit for loading, for further loading. An immediate measure which can be taken to reduce the wagon damage is to install CCTV cameras to monitor loading and unloading activities. AI systems can also be used to detect mishandling and to generate alarms for better monitoring of loading and unloading. I will suggest that use of movable conveyor system for loading wherever there is a loading of more than one rake per day at any location. Wherever tipplers have been installed, it should be periodically overhauled and new technology should be introduced. Loading of large size and uncrushed coal, particularly in BOBRN type of wagons, increases the chance of door damage, resulting in increase in release time and wagon turnaround. More loading points should be converted into silo sidings. Another area of concern is overloading. It has been found that around 7 to 8% of wagons are overloaded, and when they are weighed in our in-motion weigh bridge, then the detention is there, and it again impacts on the turnaround. Undetected overloading is adversely affecting our rolling stock, tracks and bridges. I will suggest that technology should be used to detect overloading at the time of loading itself, like use of payloaders fitted with weightometer and use of silo system. Another area of concern is this environmental concerns during loading and unloading, which really needs to be addressed because all the loading points are now coming up with a lot of urbanization, and the stations and the points are being used by general passengers as well. Railways are trying very hard to provide isolations by physically isolating the areas using dust suppression technologies. However, we will like to have some input from our Coal India partners to suggest some better ways to meet pollution standards. I have noticed that this coal transportation involves three major stakeholders. One is coal producers, second is the railways, third is the power plants and industry. These stakeholders are traditionally, at least, being big government establishments, and they prefer to work within their own system with little interaction with external partners. This results in a communication gap many times and becomes one of the reasons for delay in new coal projects taking off in time. I think regular interaction and coordination meetings like this should be conducted between the three major partners at all the levels. I strongly feel that the first mile and the last mile connectivity works of coal transport should be incorporated in the plans of the coal producers and the powerhouses, and due budgets allocated for these works. Since all the railway infrastructure works have approximately 3 to 5 years of lead time, and if these are planned and thought of at the initial stages, then it will be very helpful. I shall conclude my talk with the remarks that all said and done, railway is geared up to meet the increasing demands of the coal transportation and will definitely be in sync with the whole gamut of the coal supply chain. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for such an informative speech. It gives the coal people a lot of confidence that railway is gearing itself up to meet the movement of all the coal that is likely to be produced in future. Thank you very much, sir. Now we have come to the real important aspect, is the address from the chief guest, Shri P.M. Prasad ji, Chairman Coal India Limited. And before he comes to the dais, let me give a brief introduction. Not that he needs any introduction, but I still will complete the formality, sir. Shri P.M. Prasad took charge as Chairman Coal India Limited on 1st July 2023. He has over 38 years of experience in mining industry. Prior to his assuming charge as Chairman of Coal India, Shri Prasad was serving as CMD in Central Coalfields Limited and CMD Bharat Coking Coal Limited. He has also worked as Director Technical PNP Northern Coalfields Limited, NCL, and various positions in WCL, MCL. He has also worked as Executive Director Coal Mining NTPC Limited. He is a mining engineer from Osmania University and mining from Indian School of Mines, Dhanbad. He has also had a degree of law from Nagpur University. Shri Prasad is renowned for his interpersonal skills and guidance of Coal India, destined to attain future very high milestones. Already it is in its time that we have achieved the cherished milestone of achieving 1 billion ton of coal production, of which major contribution was from Coal India to the tune of about 780 million tons. So I'll not stand between you and Mr. Prasad. So, sir, thank you very much.
Good morning to all. GM Eastern Railway, Milind Devaskar Saab, CEO Future Coal, Mitchell Manuk ji, our seniors, Alok Patti sir, Indian Coal Forum Chairman, and his former Secretary Coal, Under him, we were taking training at that time. I was a GM, Lingaraj. Another senior, U. Kumar Saab, N. Gautam Saab, former CMDs, chairmen, advisor Kohl, former CFTM, Eastern Railway, and all the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I must congratulate Indian Coal Forum team that organizing this seminar on coal logistics, which is very essential as everyone is criticizing on coal on one side because of lot of carbon emissions and other things happening. Climate change in the last 5 years worldwide, you see, it is very harsh. At places, it is like cloud burst, raining also. It is not in equal pattern. In Mahanadi coalfield this year, it is just like last year. Last year itself, less rainfall. In Mahanadi coalfields, it is only last year and this year same. In Northern coalfield, 2016, former CMD Naksa was there, 610 mm. In August, it happened, and it has created a chaos. Even almost washing of one railway line, which is connecting our coal network, and suddenly they have gone for an emergency repairing activity by engaging the hydraulic excavators, and they have restored. This year in August, in NCL, while Mahanadi is having no rainfall impact, Northern coalfield, it is just 1.5 times of 2016 rainfall in August to August. It is almost 1,000 mm. In Korba field, it is also little high. And WCL and Northern coalfield, it is really hit. And it is WCL also more than 1.5 times, 1.8 times. And many times, 2 or 3 times, we have shut down the mines, 5 to 6 mines, because of Varda River overflow. Or even recent heavy rains in Andhra Pradesh and some parts of Maharashtra also, the entire Varda River was overflowing. Again, we were asked to, there is no rain in Maharashtra at that our mining area. But because of that river, we have to stop the mines. So the necessity to have the sustainable mining practices from each level, right from drilling, blasting, everywhere there is a chance of improvement. Previously, we are not deployed surface miners in a longer way, but now last year out of 206 million ton from MCL, overall last year Indian coal production is 993, 773 is Coal India, 206 from MCL, where 202 million is from surface miner. So that is, as the GM Railway correctly pointed out, one is the boulders. Still we are having some complaints in this Korba field, mega mines, 1 or 2 mines having these boulder issues. Whenever we load boulder with a payloader, definitely not only it is damaging the wagons or at the circuits, even MGR side, these unloading arrangements also get affected. So this is one thing where crushers have to be in place, and we have to see that sized goal at 100%. So at 2-3 places, one are in Dhanbad and 1-2 places in SECL, still